Good evening, everyone. This is Coach Moose. Welcome to today's show. It is a little after 7:30 on Wednesday, February 22nd, and I'm going to lead off real quick with this. Should CrossFit review, invalidate, and therefore disqualify Roman Krenikov from competition this season because he received assistance with his equipment during 23.1? So CrossFit Mayhem dropped a video showing footage of Roman doing 23.1, and I will say doing 23.1 at a blistering pace. He has the top score as of right now on the worldwide leaderboard for 23.1 with 306 reps. And the Barbell Spin reported this story late last night and shows a video or a clip of the video wherein his judge, Jake Lockert, who is the president of Mayhem, doing something on the rower monitor while Roman is rowing. And I believe it is while Roman is rowing his second iteration of 60 calories on the rower. And the question being asked is, number one, does it qualify or meet the definition of an athlete receiving assistance? And two, if so, if Roman did in fact receive assistance from his judge during the workout, does that disqualify him from this game's season? And if you watch the video, like I said, it's very clear that Jake Lockert is doing something with Roman's video or Roman's monitor. And I'm just going to go ahead and answer this. And I think the consensus is that Roman should not be disqualified. Roman did not receive any assistance. And CrossFit has much more important things to worry about than whether or not a judge fiddled around with the monitor on the rower. For all we know, Roman's monitor may have experienced a slight malfunction, and Jake was simply trying to get it to work so that Roman could see, both he and Roman could see uh, how many calories he was generating uh, for during the workout. And I don't think it gave Roman any additional competitive advantage by his judge doing that with the rower monitor. I watched about two or three videos of other games level athletes yesterday doing 23.1, and there is one in particular, and I'm not going to mention their name, where if I were judging this particular athlete, I would say that the athlete failed to uh, meet the movement standards for the ring muscle ups. At the top of the ring muscle up, the athlete is supposed to fully lock out and extend their elbows or extend their arms at the top of a dip position at the top of the ring. And in watching this particular video or this particular athlete, there were several repetitions that really puts the judge in a bad place because he didn't no rep this particular athlete, and it's very clear that this athlete in uh, uh, quite a few repetitions did not meet the movement standard. So all that to say, CrossFit has a lot more important things to worry about than just whether or not a judge fiddled around with someone's rower monitor. It didn't impact uh, the athlete's performance in the overall workout. And like I said, Roman did not gain any additional competitive advantage through this particular action. So that's story number one. It remains to be seen whether or not CrossFit will review and make a determination. I did not see anything on any accounts yes or today whether or not CrossFit has taken any steps to review Roman's video, so we'll see what happens. All right, so the second story is 23.2 will be announced tomorrow. And like I said, Roman Krennikov and Pat Bellner will square off in the workout from CrossFit Bison in Midland Park, New Jersey. And in staying with true form and fashion, the Dave Castro dropped a hint on his Instagram earlier today, and it shows a ball rolling downward on an open chute apparatus. So it's like the ball starts up here, travels down, and goes basically in a crisscross pattern or zigzag pattern uh, on this apparatus. There are also two other things that I noted. One was that as the ball is traversing down the chute or down this apparatus, you can hear a metallic clanging sound. And then also there's a wooden dowel kind of intersecting certain portions of this particular apparatus. So I find those two things uh, especially curious or provocative. So we'll see what that all means. Ben Smith, who was the fittest man on earth in 2015, predicts that 23.2 is actually going to be a repeat of 13.5. And if you remember 13.5, it was an AMRAP in a 4 minute window of 15 thrusters at 100 pounds for gentlemen and 65 for ladies, and 15 toes to bar across 3 rounds. So you had to complete 90 reps within that 4 minutes. If you did, you gained an additional 4 minutes in which you had to complete another 90 reps. And then if you continued to meet that time or meet the time cap or meet the work requirement within that additional 4 minutes, then you gained another 4 minutes, and so on and so forth. So Ben Smith thinks it's a repeat. The top score in 13.5 was 254 reps for men and 256 reps for women. So my take on this, I really don't think that Adrian Bosman would squander an opportunity to showcase his unique programming by throwing up another repeat workout. Number one, it would disappoint many in the space. And then number two, it would just show a lack of creativity and ingenuity on the part of CrossFit, on the part of Adrian Bosman. Adrian Bosman did say in his interview with Miranda Alcaraz of Street Parking a couple weeks ago that we were going to see um, movements that perhaps are familiar in the CrossFit space, but we may not have seen in the CrossFit Open necessarily. So I'm willing to predict that we're going to see one of those movements. One such movement would be a devil's press. So um, I just don't think that we're going to see another repeat workout. But what do I know? I could be wrong, and we'll um, we'll see what 23.2 holds. All right, and then I'm going to close with this. Haley Adams made another post on Instagram today, and the post I got or that I saw, it does two things. It expresses both her ongoing difficulty with not being able to compete this season, but also a sense of peace with knowing that her decision not to compete is the best thing for her as of right now. I'm going to read verbatim from her post what she said. She said, quote, "There's peace in knowing I have time to heal, peace to let go of the constant pressure, peace in knowing that it's best for me, peace in knowing I can win my life back, peace in knowing I still have worth, and peace in knowing that it's not a step backward, it is a step forward." So, whatever Haley is going through, it is having significant impact on her at this point in her young life, and she is doing the right thing by stepping away from competition, stepping away from the limelight, stepping away from the stage, and taking care of herself first, making sure that physically and mentally that she is restored to a sense of wholeness before coming back in 2024 for another season as a competitor. So, Haley, whatever it is that you're going through, uh, you know that the entire CrossFit community is standing with you and standing behind you. We support you and we wish you all the best. And we look forward to seeing you back in some semblance of, you know, whether you remain as a CrossFit athlete or in some other capacity. We look forward to seeing you again and take all the time you need. All right, folks, that's all I have. I do have a call coming up here in about 13 minutes, and I won't tell you what the call is about or with whom, but I'm hoping that it translates into a viable opportunity. Whether it does or not, I may share with you. And, like I said, I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for good news, but if not, um, while I'll be disappointed, it won't be an immense disappointment. It'll be understandable, and we'll see just basically what the outcome is. All right, everyone, have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.